things from us. Reading in the book of Deuteronomy 28 from 1 to 68. The blessing of the Lord see what that be upon us if we did hearken unto the commandments. And the curses that gonna be brought upon us if we didn't listen. And we see the results, we see the outcome of that. We in this low state. Right? We get Jeremiah 5:25.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 5 and 25. Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withheld good things from you.
Yes, for our iniquity. The Lord had the face, brought these curses upon us for our iniquity. Having the heathens over us, right? And we've been brought low in making these nations the head and the make us the tail. Right? Because of our sins, our transgression, why we in this low state. But guess what? Hey, the Lord have mercy unto Israel. He's gonna choose them again. He's gonna gather the elect. Right? And bring them out from hell. He's gonna raise them up from this dunghill. Because the Lord all powerful, he could do that. The Lord used basement to put them up on high. Right? So it's not impossible that the Lord can do this. He's going to do it because he in agreement with Israel. He in covenant with the Lord. Right? So the Lord gonna choose them, the elect. Just as a father will chastise his son, so the Lord he chastise Israel to bring them back, to correct them.
So he had chosen Israel.
Yeah. By offering his only begotten son, to buy them back, to bring them back, to redeem them. Right? You're gonna redeem the men them who were under the law. Right? You get Baruch 1 verse 17.
This is Baruch. So 1 and 17.
Down to 20.
For we have sinned before Yahweh and disobeyed him, and have not hearkened unto his voice and have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to walk in the commandments that he gave us openly, since the day that Yahweh brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt until this present day. We have been disobedient unto Yahweh,
Yeah.
our power.
Unto this day, children of Israel is still disobedient unto Yahweh Hashem Yashai. Unto this very day which as we speak. Right? Go ahead.
And we have been negligent in not hearing his voice. Therefore, the evils cleave unto us.
Right, so we see why these evil cleave unto us. But we ain't hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Hashem Yashai. So we see the reason why we in this state. Go ahead.
And the curses which Yahweh appointed by Moses, his servant, at the time that he brought our fathers out of the land of Egypt, to give us a land that flowed with milk and honey, like as it is to see this day. Nevertheless, we have not hearkened unto the voice of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, according unto all the words of the prophet, whom he has sent unto us. Continue.
Go ahead.
But every man followed the imagination of his own wicked heart, to strive strange gods, to serve strange gods, and to do evil in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
There's the same mindset Jason to do. Right? Serving strange gods whom their fathers knew not. Abraham them they know nothing about Selassie or Vishnu or Ganesh or Mother Lakshmi. These are strange gods that newly came. We were all people into. Right? And it paints the seed to show that, when you read, I think it's Micah, I think it's Micah 4, 5, I believe. Right? To show these gods is not, that have nothing to do with us. Micah 4 and verse 5, I believe.
Is it Micah Micah
For all people will walk
Can.
every one.
4 and 5.
Can.
For all people will walk every one in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Yes, we should. All people, all nations, they have the God. All these nations have the God. But we will walk in the name after our power. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the God of the Hebrew Israelite. And scripture says in Joel 2:27, he's in the midst of Israel, and he will be their God and none else.
Yes,
That is our power. So all these nations have their God. But where Israel do? Israel went on to their idols, went on to serving their God. Why we end up in this position? So the Lord was what? He was vexed with me. He was wrote with me. In the Isaiah 47:6.
this is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance.
Yes, who is the Lord inheritance? The Lord said he polluted his inheritance. Who it is? We get Deuteronomy 32:9. We wanna show who is the people the Lord gonna bring back. Who is the people the Lord gonna save.
Sure. It says Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 9. For Yahweh's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Right, so Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So we see who is the Lord inheritance, who he polluted. Right? His inheritance. Go ahead.
Let me keep reading.
I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them unto the hand, unto thine hand. Thou didst slew them. Show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
Yes, the Lord give way into the hands of the enemy. Right? Who heavily laid thy yoke. And you look up that yoke, and the yokes are iron. That you have around the neck. Yokes. Right? Get Deuteronomy 20, 28, 48, and 50.
28, 48 to 50, right?
Yeah.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, from verse 48 to 50. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of what?
Iron upon thy neck.
Didn't we see that throughout slavery?
Until he have destroyed thee. Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
America simple as what? The ball is good. A nation swift. You know, the tongue we will not understand. Tongue goes back to our language. Right? We didn't understand English. Right? 50.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Yeah, so they didn't show no favor to the young or the old. You deal with them the same. That little churn, he cut the field.
He used the children as alligator bait.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't think it a hard thing to unalive slaves for the sake of instilling discipline and fear. You know? So killing our people was nothing. The horse had more value than Israelites to Esau.
He saw dog
More value.
had more value.
God.
Right? You get Baruch 4 and 6. 7.
Baruch. This is Baruch 4 and 6. You were sent to the nations. Oh gosh, go on here, that's all.
Baruch 4 and 6 is
But I ain't gonna. Baruch 4 and 6. You were sold to the nation not for your destruction, but because you moved Yahweh to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies
Baruch 4:6 you reading there, right?
Right.
Right, good.
Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you are moved, you moved the Most High to wrath, and were delivered unto your enemies.
Yeah.
Point. Continue.
Nah, you know, so you see, the Lord didn't sow me to the nation not for destruction, but because we move into wrath by going on to our idol, we provoke into anger. And the Lord did that to us, right? Sacrificing unto devils, right? Hebrews 2:4.
Verse 2 and 4. Moreover, he had delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are round about us.
Yeah, to be in subjection, and we in subjection unto payments.
Done.
All these nations over us. We working for all these nations. We working for these nations too.
Done.
Right? Well,
To be as a reproach and a desolation among all the people around about, where the Lord had scattered them.
because
Thus, we cast down and not exalted.
yeah,
Thus we were cast down and not exalted.
yeah, we work hard and not exalted. They know we place a rest. They go prosper here in the enemy land. You know, the system with them put in place is not for you to rise to be above them. It's for you to be beneath.
Always beneath.
The schooling, the education, all these things is training up animals, training up slaves to be a good nigger, to be a good house nigger. They were training, they training for you to be above them or to rise over them. No. Right?
The federal
Continue.
indoctrination and
Because-
education.
Because we have sinned against Yahweh Shemi Oshai and have not been obedient unto his voice.
Yeah, why we were sold unto these nations over us. Because we didn't hearken unto the voice of Yahweh and Shemi Oshai. Right? But the Lord dealing with a remnant, because a remnant gonna return unto him. Right? Baruch 3 and 8.
This is Baruch 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh, our power.
Yeah, we see that today, all these nations that hate and despise, we all kind of names. So they used to show you, we had the children of Israel. Right? But we are yet this day in our captivity for a curse. The silver, you know, it is punishment by lamentation. Right? And this was said by Moses. They gave them warning. The Lord speak through Moses, the servant, and this is how the Lord speak through the servant, the prophets. Right? They Baruch 2:28. He said, as thou spake by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write the law before the children of Israel, saying, if he will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations. And how will be turned into a small number? Division, the separate we, the soul into the four corners, then keep all of us together in one spot. The soul, that is how, because he saw no we outnumber them.
Done.
Right? We like the sun and the seas, you know that. So you can't keep we in that great amount in one zone, you have to scatter we, separate it, make it small. Right? Verse 30, he say, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. Stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And the scripture says, and the elect shall praise my name.
Yeah.
Right? The Lord said, go choose one of our city and two of our household, and pour out wisdom and knowledge unto you. Right? And we call upon the name of Yahweh Shem unto this day. In the land of the enemies, calling upon Yahweh Shem Yoshai.
And this is where the enemies can understand. How they get back the name of the power. How? We did everything. We pushed that propaganda so much. How did they get back the name? How were they able to discern this truth? Discern the name as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right now, Esau will be tripping over himself right now.
How they get back this by after we hide these things from them, buddy? After we beat it out of them boy, with legs, boy, and then telling you your name is Toby now. No more Israel. Right? He said, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck, and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it. Right? Now I have a book called The Lost Tribe and Promised Land. Right? And where the meeting was telling the so-called white man, right, that, you know, they're going to be lords over the whole earth. They're going to reign over the whole earth as they once did. Right? So we're going to be lords over it. Right? And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I give them. Right? So hey, the bodies we're gonna possess, because the Lord is gonna sprinkle clean water and cause you to keep the commandments. And make sure a man going to be Lord. So he said you're gonna cause me to keep the commandments. Right? So we're not gonna be in these corruptible bodies, these bodies subjected to sin. So we're gonna praise Yahweh Hashem. We're gonna be doing the righteous thing for Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. So it will have to say the Lord gonna cast we out, or cast we away because we transgress. No. We're gonna know it in our mind. The Lord says He's gonna put it in our minds. Right? It's law.
The scripture says He go write it in our minds and in our hearts.
Yeah.
That's what the new covenant all about. Writing it in one part. You know?
Yeah, so the same man who put me in this state, it's only He can get we out. Who can deliver? We can't deliver ourselves from the hands that is too strong for thee. Right? We can't deliver ourselves from Esau. The enemy land he over us. Right? We can't go to Esau to fight with no gun. You want blessed with that, Esau will kill you. Esau will kill you. We can't go and fight him. We have to use the power. We have to use, you know, we weapon. And our weapon, they is serving Yahweh Hashem Yoshai. That is the man who come to deliver me, because that is the man who put me here. Who put me in this low state for transgression. But Scripture say that in Luke 4 and 18.
Luke 4 and 18, I want to read it.
Okay.
Luke 4 and 18, for He had brought these plagues, for he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to deliver me. Before we in this, He's going to take us out. Right? Isaiah 14 verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. So the Lord going to choose Israel. Right? David will be going back. And we talk second I think it's in Maccabees. Second Maccabees 1 and 29.
Second Maccabees 1 and 29. It says, plant thy people again in thy holy place as Moses had spoken.
Yeah, plant thy people. So you see who going back? Who going back in the holy place? Who going back in the land?
Israel.
Israel.
Plant thy people.
Right? So a man say the kingdom of heaven without a space, without day. Right? They were Christianity, you know?
Yeah.
It's above, it's out there, but we are go there, out in space out there. There the kingdom of heaven is, there the kingdom is. Right?
Yeah.
The Lord gonna choose Israel again and send them back in their own land. You know? You have anything?
I had one here where you was go back to Baruch. Right. This is Baruch chapter 3, Baruch chapter 4, and from verse 14 to verse 15. Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting had brought upon them. For he had brought a nation upon them from far, a shameless nation and of a strange language, who neither reverence old nor pitied child.
Yeah, he saw no shame, he saw sleeping with dog, cat, donkey, horse. He really have this, you know. He don't got no shame.
He believe every pleasure, as he called it, is meant to be experienced. So whatever pleasure you're searching for, nothing is wrong with that. That's why they love that philosophy, do as thou wilt. You know? They believe it's only evil based on your perception or how you feel. They don't believe it's evil because as the law condemns. Because they don't believe in the law. They were never given the law. So they're basing right and wrong, as they say, based on how you feel.
You know, and with that, you know, it was edifying. I'd like to give all praises and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yehovah, Bahasham, Yehoshai, Bahasham, Rakapadah. I take him double honors to the apostles and elders of great North World. And peace and salutation to the Akim Memorial, pushing the gospel and sincerity and truth. Big brother from Trinidad Camp, saying Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.